Bonjour Boners! Bonjour Boners, the Bonjour Boners. Hey, I'm just so happy that I got to start the show a little bit later than a few minutes later than usual because I had to get an abortion before this show. April Fools. Fool. I don't need an abortion. I'm just exercising that right before it's taken away. Welcome, and welcome to Get Wood. That's right. It's Get Wood time. It's time for your favorite show in the entire universe of the week. Let's sing some songs, shall we? Join me, won't you? With this Big Bud, Sesame, Big Minge Energy, Ratatai. That's a 9 mil melody. And bam, you say, God damn, this is a dope jam. I'm broad, I'm broad, I'm broader than Broadway. Hello, boners. Yes, I'm broad. What? Said I'm a broad. Hey, said I'm a broader than Buddha. And I'm diddling myself. And it feels so good. Have you done it? Your sauce will mix with ours and we'll make a good goulash, baby. Oh, yeah. What? What time is it? It's time for Get Wood with Jess Wood. That's right. Hi, everybody. Get Wood with Jess Wood. Hello, how art thou? ¿Cómo estás? I hope bien. Me, 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 me. You know that Erica Badu talks about how she plays that a lot instrumentally to call the aliens down. Hey, aliens, come on down, come to town. It's Erica Badu with a big old ass with her costume for the Women of the Year awards. Put it in context, Jessica. Hi, Jessica. Yes, my hair is damp, my eyes are puffy, and my bra is blue. If you don't see these colors on your screen, you need a zenith color. Do you listen? This is geared towards, or can't help but be, a bit of a Gen X situation in this show, is what I mean, the situation of the show. And so sometimes the references go way back. I'm talking way back. Oh, man, and I got a runny nose. Frack. A breath, a yoga, back to the show. Hi, this week, well, first of all, thanks so much for everybody who shared the show last week, who gave me some comments, who sent me some stories, who said that they connected with things, and for those who went out and found some volunteering near you. Find some volunteering near you. Brought to you by Get Wood. Because really, to give back, Jack, it's like nothing else. It really is like nothing else. It's so rewarding. Yeah. However, let's talk about how I almost fought a teenager in a bathroom yesterday. Sometimes I like to go backwards. Hi, Buddha. And do you see my hot Raj? And that's my mom. Do you see Mama L in her prom picture back there? Oh, Jessie, why would you point that out? I did not look nice. Mommy looked gorgeous. Gorgeosity, as my aunt would say. Her sister, gorgeosity. Of course. Anyway, boners. So I was at Bloomingdale's. Already, it's a weird story. I was at Bloomingdale's, which, if you don't know, now you know. Hear it? I was at Bloomingdale's. Hello, Alex, my love. I was at Bloomingdale's in New York City on Broadway. And on Broadway, they say the neon lights are bright on Broadway. And there's always magic in the air. And this is no different. I went to Bloomingdale's. I often go to Bloomingdale's. And if you watch or listen to the show a lot, consistently enough, you will know I have a friend who works in Bloomingdale's. She works at the Chanel counter. And every time I go there to pee, I do use Bloomingdale's for their bathroom. I'm like George Costanza. Do you need to know where a public bathroom in New York City is? Because I could tell you. Give me a neighborhood and I'll tell you where to go to the bathroom. And there's way more now. I mean, they were in the 90s. There was barely anywhere to go at all. And now, because the city's gotten so crowded. And there's so many tourists. And I got to say, I was behind, and I'm going to digress for a second, as you know I love to do, but I was behind these tourists the other day in Times Square, which I know, what the fuck was I doing in Times Square? Visiting a friend who was visiting. And I overheard this woman say to her guy, a couple of white folks, mid-20s, early 30s, who knows anymore, huh, kids? And I heard this woman say to her guy, "Oh my God, look, they have a Target." You know how sad that made me? Do you know how depressed I was? I mean, not as depressed as after watching Honora, but hi, I'm Annie. I'm not traumatized at all from my life, and now I'm gonna leap on your dick. Um, so it's because I worked in the sex industry, y'all. I'm not making any judgments from somewhere far, far away from that. Did you enjoy my tattoo? Far away from the Honora and the experience. I was never a pole dance exotic. What do they call it? Exotic dancer. I'm still getting used to being in the real life of this camera. Anyway, let's get back to the bathroom at Bloomingdale's, shall we? Good grief. All right. So I go so I go to use the public bathroom. I was going to say free, because in Coney Island they charge you to go to the bathroom, which is, who's got some change? Who's got a dime? Anyway, nobody carries cash, or especially change. Can I Venmo you for the bathroom stall? So I go to Bloomingdale's. I'm in line, waiting patiently, not really patiently, but trying to have some patience in the line. As you know, I always like to think of Kids in the Hall and the flying pig. He would come to the long lines you were in and be like, "Hey, wee, look at here, it's a flying pig. Ah, and your line is so long. Wee." And everybody would go, "Oh my God, the flying pig. Oh my, I'm not so mad about this long line anymore." Go watch it. I promise you, the best laughter ever. Kids in the Hall, another very old reference. Anyhow, I'm in the bathroom, I'm in line, and it's taking fucking forever for these goddamn kids, and I can hear them. I can't see them, but I can hear them in the big stall, the handy capable stall. Hello. And they're in there, and they're changing clothes, they're laughing and having the best time. Not on my watch, kids. Oh, cranky McGee is out here. But really, when you have to pee really badly and there's a line of people in front of you, and none of the other ladies are saying anything, because God knows everyone's trying to be, I don't know what, passive aggressive. Were they going to look at them when they come out in a mean way? No. I say, speak up. I say, you let them go. Pee Wee Herman, thank you. So I say, or I yell out loud, I go, "What the fuck are you doing in there, kids? Come on out. There's a goddamn line out here. Let's get going. Let's go." Like a drill sergeant of sorts, or like the mother that I have never let myself become. Abortion, insert abortion joke here. And so I yell at them, and all of a sudden they get quiet. Because that's right, kids. Shut the fuck up and get out of the stall. Cranky auntie is outside. Big Bopper. If you watched last week's show, you know that I compare myself to the Big Bopper because of my laugh. I believe that's where I got my laugh. Sweet thing, you. You know what I like. So the fucking kids, these teens, decide to finally descend from the goddamn bathroom. There's only 2 stalls in this fucking Bloomingdale's department. Gah! Oh, I'm riled again, y'all. So the kids finally come out, and it is, as I knew, it was 3 young ladies, white teenagers, and I should have guessed their ethnicity, even though what are we doing guessing people's ethnicities? Even though, shout out to the black guy who tips. I love And they have a fantastic little game that they play called Guess the Race, where they tell each other, where I think Rod tells the news story, and then the others have to guess what the race they are. Anyway, these three white girls come out, my fucking white girls, and the teenagers, and I just, I can barely tell you because I was so incensed at the moment. They're walking out of the stall, and one of them, old red shirt, fucking little red shirt bitch ass, she decides to side eye the auntie. She is side eyeing like daggers to Auntie Baby, Auntie Lady. And listen, they were in the fucking stall. They don't know who yelled the fucking get the fuck out of the stall. But then they come out and they say me. They see me in the mix of a line with a bunch of like, hey, oh kids, come on, like soccer moms is what I'm saying. Maybe I have a little bit of a soccer mom haircut, but I ain't no soccer mom. I ain't no mama. And I ain't no sucker. And so like I will suck ya. And so she came out side-eyeing, fucking meh. And then she said, What are you laughing at, girl? Because I was laughing because when they descended the stall, I realized, oh God, bunch of fucking teenagers, bunch of white girl teenagers, entitled, bitch ass, get the fuck out of the fucking, think of others. Just think of others once in a while. I think that's the thing that gets me so crazed in all my stories are people just being selfish dicks, you know? And so these bitch ass teens coming out, what are you laughing at, girl? She says to me. And for a second, I was almost like, girl, shut up. I know. I look pretty good. But I didn't. I was like, oh. And I said to her, are you fucking side-eyeing me right now, young lady? And then I gave myself up, really. And then I thought, am I going to have three ornery white teenage girls waiting for me outside? No, tsunami, Buddhism, Piper, no. So what? I did think for like a second, I could fucking take them. I could fucking take all of them. I could fucking take, you know how much rage I have in my heart? Listen, yes, I practice Buddhism, but it's also, I have anger issues. Okay. So I decided, let it go, Frozen. Let it go. And so I let it. And then I went and peed and washed my hands, and I felt so much better. But I was like, if I see that red tank top bitch ass coming at me, punch her in the throat first. You know how Bernie Mac used to say, just punch them in the throat. Once they become old enough, you could just punch them in the throat. There should be no law against punching a child in the throat. I'm on Uncle Bernie's side. Uncle Bernie, miss you, Uncle Bernie. Yeah. But as I'm leaving, as I am descending the escalator from Bloomingdale's, and I'm walking down through the cosmetic area because that is where my friend usually is in Chanel, but she was not there that day. But I saw this beautiful girl, black girl, very stylish hair, makeup, so much good stuff. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Pigtail Jess Wood. What? I will come at you. You don't know me. You're going to die tonight. Like, oh God. For those who know, I have screamed, you're going to die tonight at people. And then gone on the road and looked for my folks who will kill said people. It's a dangerous game, I tell you. Anywho, Shauna. Anywho, I stopped to speak to this gorgeous young lady. Shout out to Camille because she was so lovely and very just fashion and giving like spirit and love and beauty and confidence and all the things that we all yearn for and at moments I think find, and I hope that you all find those things more, not in just some moments. That's right, it's a polka dotted bra. What do you think? I'm celebrating life because how, in all this mess that's going on, it's time for a peaceful protest. This is my peaceful protest. This is my peaceful protest for y'all. Peaceful protest, baby. Okay. So I left Camille and I continue to walk and I'm going down Broadway and I stop at TJ Maxx. That's right. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I didn't see that on the list, but if you tell me it is on the list, I'll stop. I stopped the Target. Amazon, I haven't for years. I don't, fuck that guy. And if Amazon is Whole Foods, then I don't do the Whole Food. Like it's, where can we go? And so anyway, I went to the Max because I want to be a Maximista. I don't. I'm my own fashion plate. And so I go in and I'm looking for some cotton sheets. And listen, this is a riveting story about cotton sheets and how they're not available anymore anywhere. And I don't understand. And I'm thinking it's because people are fucking cheap. And cotton maybe is harder to mill. I don't even understand. But when I was a little kid, which yes, it was decades ago in the 1900s, um, so my mom was a stickler about cotton, even though she didn't know what was going on in life, but she was a stickler about cotton. Jesse, you have to have cotton. Jesse, you must wear cotton. And I'm like, you don't even put underpants on me. How could you be so strict about material? So I was always an anti polyester person. And for good reason. It's a false fabric. It's against your skin. It's not good for us. It keeps the sweat anyway. So I'm looking for these cotton sheets, right? And I come to the TJ Maxx and I'm talking to the ladies that work there because I, like my mother before me, as her boyfriend used to call her, the axe murderer, her boyfriend used to call her the clerk talker. Come on, clerk talker. Because my mom really enjoyed speaking to the people who were working at the checkout or the salesperson, whatever. It's real people, it's real connection. And I say yay. And I say huzzah for that. And we should all interact with everybody all the time, unless they're acting a fool. And then you just say, get out of that stall, teenagers. So I'm talking to the ladies and I'm telling them this is what has been happening to me in my bed, which is frightening me. And it's not a strangulation like a young man having sex with you. It's not a getting spit on like another young gentleman having sex with you. It was sparks flying. And I don't mean in a let's have sex and this is let's get physical. That's not at all. This is electricity looking like fire in my bed sheets. And really, when I get up to pee in the night and I run my hand against the sheet, fucking, are you crazy? What kind of shit is this? What kind of fire is about to break out in my motherfucking sheets? Burning down the house. Like, don't even say it. Don't even put it out there. But the thing is when I see sparks flying and there's no gentleman on top of me or behind me, don't judge. I don't understand and I get frightened. So I figure it's got to be the sheets. The sheets. It's got to be the sheets. So I go and I look for cotton. Can I tell you how hard it was to find a fucking pair of cotton sheets? And 100%, 100%. I don't want the mix. I don't want to stretch. I don't want to fucking poly. I don't want to blend. Just give me my cotton. So I fucking get them. And I'm like, oh, I love it when a plan comes together. But I really do love having a thing to get and then I get it. It's tremendous. So I get home and I'm unwrapping the sheets and they're in like one of those, it's pre-packaged and the whole thing and it's got all the ribbony situations. But what's weird to me, what's real weird is it smells like the sheets themselves smell like they have been washed. And like maybe there was a fabric softener or a dryer sheet involved. Like they smell like Tide and freshness. And listen, I got no problem with that. I love that. Give me a clean sheet. But it was very suspicious to me because everyone knows when you go buy sheets at the store, they haven't been washed yet and they're a little stiff or maybe they smell a little like the packaging. No, it gets weirder. I go to because it's also not folded like how they fold. They fucking fold that shit up and all little and tight and high and fucking mighty and they've done the hospital corners. I don't even know what that means, but like strict folding. Well, I'm undoing these sheets, y'all, and there is crumpulation. It's like somebody took it and just crumpled it and shoved it into the packaging. So I was like, this is weird. Crumpulation? It gets weirder. I then go to put it on the bed, put them on the glass. And I go to put them on the bed and I shake out the fitted sheet, and what comes flying out of the fitted sheet but a child's sock. Just one. A child's sock. Like a baby sock. About the size of my hand, maybe a little smaller even. One child's sock. Can I just say, what the fuck is going on? Did I get a pair of haunted cotton sheets? Did I get a pair of cotton sheets that were actually used by a family, then washed by said family, then crumpled up and by accident took one of their baby socks and put them in the thing? Or am I being haunted by a child ghost now that I have my cotton sheets with the child sock involved? Can someone give me an answer, please? Thanks. Freaked me right out. God, it freaked me out. What would you do? You found a fucking child sock in your goddamn brand new sheets. What do you call TJ Maxx? Like, I don't even know. And guess what? I slept on them last night. I didn't have a spirit of a baby in there with me, and I didn't have a spirit of a child wake me up or anything. And maybe I'm speaking too soon, but I'll let you know. Last story. That's right. There's only 3 stories today because it's a lot to tell you. I was going to class yesterday. I do take an acting class. Thank you so much. I know it's very exciting. Not as exciting as the lone child ghost sock, but I or exciting as fighting teenagers at the Bloomingdale's bathroom. But I'm walking to get some candy for the scene. Now, listen, I have a very wild addiction to candy and sugar. It's very intense and I am not proud of it. And I really have to be careful. I have to curb it. I have to curb my enthusiasm. That was from Ms. Poles. The candy's too much. So anyway, but it was for the scene. It was a prop, y'all. Props. So I go to walk to the Dwayne Reed, which is a real throwback to New York City now because there's only like 2 left. Sad ass. But look, there's a Target. Anywho, uh, I am walking and there is a young gentleman on the ground, not in disarray, quite pulled together, actually. Very white sneakers, a matching outfit, matching sheets on said ground. Was there a child sock involved? I don't know. I didn't look that hard. But there he was. I would say 20 something, maybe 30. I don't think that old though, because what gave me a hint on his age was that he immediately started hitting on me. Hey, because the 20 somethings love this lady right here. And I just stopped on my way. You know what? I started it. I did start it. I stopped on my way because I saw him asking people for change as they walked by him. Excuse my snorkeling. I didn't have any change. So instead, I took my one of my best girlfriends, Ivana, always, at least when I'm with her, gets someone who asks for money a snack. She will always walk to the bodega, and get them a snacks. And let me tell you how lovely it feels. Anyway, like the volunteer work that I talked about last week, stopping and just giving a moment of your attention, your presence is a present to people who are feeling a little down on their luck. Maybe a man who's laying on the floor halfway with sheets, even though the sheets match, even though his tennis shoes are white. So I stopped and I said, "Hey, babe, do you want me to get you some candy?" And he goes, "Babe, wow, look at you. You're a babe." And I was like, "Stop it." And he was like, "No, I love cougars." And I was like, "Oh man, why you gotta ruin it like that?" I mean, sure, fine, I guess I'm in the category now, but you know what? Like, let's not have labels. Let's just be human beings. I'm not gonna label you, sir. Anyway, turns out he was Haitian. He wanted to tell me his whole situation. Haitian situation. And Haitian and Cajun. Cajun? It was a groovy mix. And he goes, "Yeah, look at my blue eyes." And he did have gorgeous blue eyes. And tattoos all over his face and hands and whatever flesh I could see. Flesh for fantasy. And so we chatted for a second. We flirted. And I just said to him, "Look, man, I got to go back to class. So what do you want? You want a candy or what? I know you want this candy. I know you want a piece of this, but would you care for a candy?" And so he goes, "Yeah, whatever you're getting." So I went in and I got him what I was getting. And I do get a little package of turtles, if you remember those things. They've been around since the 1800s. And I gave them to him. And another insult, he goes, "Wow, shit, these are old. You are old school." And I was like, "Calm your fucking jets, pal. It's not the way to speak to your elder." Especially if you want to get inside of me, Because again, homeless men, that's my type. I hate to say it. I don't mean to. I really don't mean to have that in my repertoire. And yet, there they are. So, yeah. I gave him my Instagram and he goes, "Oh, is your phone number on here?" I was like, "I don't give my phone number out. Are you crazy? I don't give my phone number to anybody." But then there were a bunch of people walking behind me and they were like, "Why is she giving her phone number to a gentleman that's sitting on the ground?" And I turned around to them and I said, "Don't you judge." And you don't know my life. You don't know this life of Get Wood. Anyway, anybody, like just a little ending of the weather. Because I feel like I'm getting like and I don't want to. I went to the Central Park on Saturday with my little god sister who's here visiting, and she's staying up on 76 and Riverside Drive, which totally brought back a moment in the 80s when I was a little kid. And I came out, I think I was 10 years old, and my mom sent me out here from California to live with my cousins. And yeah, I don't know why, what was going on, how no one was available, but that's how it was. And so, my cousin Jill, shout out to Jill. She doesn't watch this or listen to this, but we love each other. And she's I think she's a couple years older than me. Anyway, whatever it was, they lived on Riverside Drive in like the 79th or 80th. Anyway, wherever it was in the 80s, it was just disgusting. Like right now, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's rich for people. How you doing? Very rich, very fancy. Doorman buildings. How are you? Brownstone's all, gentrified and stuff. But in the 80s, I mean, every city in the 80s in the United States was just depressed and disgusting. LA, where I lived at the time, New York, where I came to live, Chicago, Philly, I mean, Detroit, Florida, Miami. I mean, it was like a cocaine cowboy. So this was my introduction over on 79th and Riverside Drive. My cousin Jill, shout out, she took me because I was like, "Where you get your weed?" Because, I was already a weed head at 10 years old. Don't judge. And I go, "Where you get your weed?" And she says, "Oh, come on, let's go get some." She goes, "You got $5?" I said, "Hell yeah, I got $5." I said, "You got a nickel bag hookup?" She said, "Hell yeah." I said, "Let's go. Girl, you don't got to ask me twice." So we walk out of her place. We go up a block literally a block away, and we turn the corner. I want to say it's 80th Street, and we approach a building that looks quite abandoned, and we go to said building, and it is pretty broken down, and we go in, and we go to the first floor, and there's a door that we go to, and the door has no lock and no door handle. And instead, my cousin takes the $5 I've given her, puts it through the door handle opening. There's no words exchanged. She gives the $5 through the door handle opening, and through the lock opening, there comes, like an instant exchange, comes this baggie filled, filled, stuffed of weed. Yes, I'm showing it. If you're on audio, I'm showing how big the baggie was. Because if you're not familiar with a nickel bag, that's $5 worth of weed. It's just a little mini Ziploc, isn't it? Yeah. When I was up visiting with my god sis, I was like, oh shit, this is where I experienced my first get drugs from an abandoned building, New York City story. Who knew that when I moved for real in the 90s that I would then be a heroin getter from the abandoned buildings on the Lower East Side? Who knew? It's like full circle. It's like meta. I don't think I know what meta really means, but you know what I'm talking about. Anywho, listen, it's time to go. I adore you, adore you, adore you. I thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also share the link. It's so easy, and it's so fun, right? You got to have some fun these days. I mean, every day, but like these days, it's so important. So my protest song is Big Bopper, Chantilly Lace. I love you so much. Listen, if you're not hurting yourself and you're not hurting anybody else, you're killing it. And I'm so proud of you. And if no one else has told you this week, I tell you, I am proud of you. You're doing good job. And I'm just excited to see you again next week. If you want to hear anything or talk about anything in particular, send me that story, my loves. You can always DM me and tell me what's going on. Sending everybody a lot of love, a lot of calm and rest. Please get your rest. Please drink your water. I just love you. I just want you to take care of yourself. And I'm thinking about you, and I'm sending you tons of love because you're beautiful, right, Glow? Glow. Ho, ho. That's why I'll end. Ho, ho. Big Papa.